Kyle Parker, Herbie, because 20 home runs, 20 touchdown passes a year ago. First player in Division I history to do that.
And think about some of the great dual sport players that we've seen over the years. Kyle Parker's a gamer, just to put it very candidly. He has the ability to make plays. In this kind of environment, he'll settle in and really feel comfortable. It's really a question of the guys around him help him out.
Hey, I mentioned to you one Bo Jackson from Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
Second down and 9 from the gun. And with that draw look, close to the first down comes Ellington. We'll see where they mark it.
It's a good look here at what Clemson, the strength of their team, besides Kyle Parker, is a veteran offensive line with great continuity. And Brent, you know what it's like when you're on the road in this kind of environment. You can't always hear yourself communicating up front. And this is a good, safe play with a draw to a fast back to get the push up front, and eventually he finds the crease.
And it's good for a first down as the chains move. Empty backfield. This is a veteran offensive line. And now Auburn shows pressure. And Ellington goes back for the toss. Tries to get the short side. And does. Tightrope walks down the sideline. Landon Walker was the tackle out in front of him. And there's a penalty flag down.
There was a flag on the play.
I'd be questioning how many people they had lined up in the backfield.
This is an ACC crew with an SEC replay booth. Dabo looking now for clarification.
Trying to read lips from up here, obviously saying there's no foul.
Yeah, his microphone not working right now. So they moved those chains, Herbie, to the, what, the 46-yard line?
Yes, sir. And you see that without C.J. Spiller and Jacoby Ford, there's still a tremendous amount of speed on this Clemson offense.
Jamie Harper checks in. Gets the first carry. He's more of a power back, but he does have breakout speed. How about some impact players tonight that we're going to be watching?
Well, I think it has to start in the backfield around Kyle Parker, and you got to look at Andre Ellington because of the speed, and you saw it on that end around, what he can do. He's a fast cut guy, and he and Jamie Harper will provide the speed in the backfield. And also they're going to look outside. Jerron Brown and Bryce McNeil, the number 18 and number 7, are the go-to receivers when they want to get the football thrown vertically down the field.
They'll try to do that just now if they can. Needs 13, drops off the screen pass in underneath. Remember, Harper's got breakout speed, and he picks up the first down. Good call that time.
Absolutely, Brent, because Auburn was playing a lot of man-to-man coverage here, and the linebacker who actually is trying to lock up with Jamie Harper gets lost, and that's Craig Stevens, the linebacker who's been suspended, 46, who's come back for this game. He gets caught up in all the offensive linemen, and he can't get out there, so there's nobody left to pick up Harper, who has an alley down the sideline.
On first down, handed back to Harper, and cannot find a hole as Nick Fairley, and he's one of the impact players here for this defense.
Yes, sir. Nick Fairley is a guy who had a big game last week against Mississippi State and really represents, I think, a big key in this game because the defensive line from Auburn has to make a difference in trying to get pressure and getting penetration. And then Craig Stevens, who got a little bit lost in that screen, 46, he's back as a senior. He's a co-defensive MVP last year. He's missed the first 2 games. Let's see how quick he can get back to the game tempo, the speed of the game.
Ellington checks back in as the Clemson running back. Gets the call, slips the first wave, and he is short of the first down.
Love to see these Clemson backs. When you can make a cut and not lose your acceleration in the middle of that cut, that's when you know you have some great speed in the backfield. And I think these two really complement each other very well. Ellington about 190 pounds and Jamie Harper in at about 235.
As a high school senior, Herbie, Ellington had 2,500 all-purpose yards and scored 28 touchdowns. Here he is on 3rd and 2, trying to get it, and he does. Picks up the first down as he barges across the 30-yard line. So it used to be thunder and lightning, as Todd Blackledge named those former great running backs, and now it's the new storm. Andre Ellington and Jamie Harper.
Talked about that battle at the beginning of this drive up front with the veteran offensive line from Clemson, the speed and athletic ability from Auburn, and so far in this drive, you got to give Clemson a lot of credit for controlling things up front.
They have come right down the field on this Auburn defense. Out of the power I, Ellington seizes the corner, crosses the 20, banged out of bounds around the 11-yard line by Savage, the safety. And this is an impressive opening drive, 19 more yards.
And Brett, watch from the outside. The Auburn defense is slanting to the left. And I think they underestimate the speed. And Damon Washington, the corner, came in. And again, I think he was surprised to see the cutback because the play that was designed to the left, and Ellington brought it all the way back to the right. And that time, Washington, the corner, was out of position to make the play.
Harper checks back in. His number. And he is more the power back. And he crosses the 5-yard line, and he showed you his strength right there as Sweeney's offense is moving down the field in large chunks here.
Well, that offensive line is moving people off the line of scrimmage.
Do you remember this offensive line one night in Atlanta when they were freshmen against Alabama?
Yep.
And they couldn't hold up?
Yep.
Well, here they are now, upperclassmen.
All grown up.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Oh, a mix-up in the backfield, and Harper can't get loose. The man who was coming around that time, Terrence Ash, collided with the exchange.
And Brent, Nick Fairley, who you and I talked about earlier, is an impact player. Watch him get a push this time. See him right there? Disrupts the entire flow of that play. Fought through that time David Smith, the left guard, and used his power that time to just show what he can do. That's what Auburn needs to do to be able to slow down this Clemson attack.
3rd and 7. Rolls to the 3. It's that inside shovel pass. Harper breaks for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.